It's 9 o'clock now in the morning. The winds are starting to pick up here. It's not really raining, it's just like small drizzle. But let me show you some of the stuff that I've done to prepare for this. Now we got 81 mile an hour gusts expected. Of course, that's not here right now. But one of the things that I have done is that chair and table are tied. That bait bucket's tied to the. Everything's tied up. The birdhouse has been lowered from way up there. The canoe is locked to the tree. Usually it's locked up anyway. I've leaned the ladder in a position to where the wind can't blow it. It shouldn't blow it over. I've taken down my umbrellas and laid them flat on the ground. All the plants are on the deck that could have been blown off of their perch where they sit on these little things that I made for the plants. Lawn chairs, plants, put them up in the corner. Lawn chairs folded up, laying flat on the deck. I've got the trash cans are safe over here in this corner. They should be fine right there. I've taken a jug of water. This plywood covers my freezer, so rain doesn't, just rain down on my freezer, and it also blocks it from the sun. What I've done is I've filled up 6.5 gallons of water and put that on top of there, so that'll put enough weight down on that to keep the wind from blowing that plywood off. As you can see, the top of the trees, not really. I mean, we don't have much wind right now, and the sun's out. Let's go look in the front. Okay, yep, there comes my little buddy. He wants to, every time I come outside, he wants to go in. What I've done out here is I've done the same thing, taken some of the plants off of the railing. These plants are in rings, in metal rings. I don't think that they're not going to go anywhere. Got a boogie board, little styrofoam thing I've put under there. The cooler, filled it up about halfway with water. That's going to weigh it down. It's not going to blow anywhere. More lawn chair, lawn furniture. Laid the ladder down sideways. I got the boat hooked to the vehicle for insurance purposes. It's the boat. Anything that's connected to the car is covered by insurance. Any trailers or whatever. So, and just pretty much picked up around the yard any loose limbs and stuff like that. That's how we've gotten ready for the storm that we're expecting today. Tropical storm Alberto. And I will keep you posted, folks, as the conditions get worse. Folks, here's a 10 a.m. update. Good news for me. The winds are down to the highest gusts that they have are 69 miles per hour and sustained at 60 miles an hour. The storm has shifted and is now going to come aground east of Destin, which puts me on the west side of the storm, which is the good side. That you really want to be on the west side of one of these type of storms for less wind and rain and destruction. So right now it's calm. It's raining here lightly, very lightly. We have little bands of rain come through, and then it'll clear up, then it'll rain again. And we've had gusts up to about 25 miles per hour. That's pretty much about it. And if you look at the tops of the trees, it's just breezy. That's all there is to it. Nothing big. No big deal here as of now. Got somebody across the lake cutting a tree down today. Let me point this out. You can hear a chainsaw. They picked a fine day to have loose branches all over their yard. If we get 69 or 70 mile an hour winds, those branches are going to be blown all over the place. And I'm sure that you're not securing them down to anything. Not a good choice, guys, to cut a tree up today. And this guy, he's over here underneath the house where I guess he's staying dry. I don't know. He likes to lay down on that little spot. Flash, why don't you go home? Go to your house and go inside. It's 11 o'clock, folks, and it's the same as it was at 10 o'clock. It's just lightly raining. As you can see in the trees, it's barely even, the wind's barely blowing. Same old shit. Nothing new. 12 o'clock update, folks. It's raining just a little heavier, a little bit heavier. It's coming in from the north. The winds have picked up a little bit. We're getting gusts more than what we were. As you can see, it's starting to gust in here. Probably getting camera water on the lens. Anyhow, it's not that bad yet. Another update at 1. Start. And start. There's a different view of the storm. You can see I'm right here in the middle on that dot. Fixing to get hit by some red heavy bands shortly. 1 o'clock update. 1 o'clock, folks, and it's raining a little bit heavier. A couple of bands just came through. A little heavier rain, but still not much wind at all, as you can see in the tops of those trees over there. See y'all again at 2 o'clock. Folks, it's 10 minutes after 1 and it's finally raining hard. And look, I have a visitor coming up in the yard. Wow, that's weird. Wonder where he's coming from and wonder where he's going. He's looking at me. Anyway, this is the strongest the rain has been since this whole ordeal started. That's it. No big deal. But we got a turtle. 2 o'clock, folks. This is what we got on the radar. As you can see right at the stopping point right there. We're kind of in the clear. Right there. And I'll show you what it looks like outside. It's blowing a lot better now, but there's no rain hardly. But the wind has picked up. Probably we now have some gusts, some pretty good gusts coming through here. Woohoo! There are some gusty winds. Trees over here getting whipped around. Go back inside. Folks, this is what I do during a heavy storm like this. Tropical storms, heavy thunderstorm cells, very heavy thunderstorm cells. I stay tuned like a hawk. I keep watching the radar so I know when the cells are coming, because I live in a trailer. Okay, let's face it, I'm not safe in a tornado or very high winds. Okay, this thing's made out of an aluminum can and toothpicks, pretty much. You know, I think it's 2x4, not 2x4, 2x2s. It's not even 2x4s. I don't know, but it's an old trailer, and yeah, folks, it's a little bit nerve-wracking to see the red on that radar coming my direction, because that red means serious, heavy storms. And we can handle the rain. We can handle heavy rain. That's no problem. But the winds, high winds, can put trees right through this thing. I'm sure that the roof wouldn't hold a tree. If a tree fell on a well-built home, it would land on the roof. If a tree fell on this house, it would chop right through the house and come down to the frame, to the floorboards, to the floor. So it would, you know, come inside. It would breach the house. Jim Cantori is in Panama City. 45 minutes, 1 hour, about 1 hour east of where I am right now. And he's on. I'm watching the Weather Channel, folks. I'll keep y'all updated though as it gets worse. It's going to get worse here in just a minute. You see that radar that I just showed you. It's going to get worse, and I'll keep you updated. Same old shit, folks. I'm ready for a nap. I've actually sat here and fell asleep a couple times. It's 10 minutes. Flash flood warning is issued for our area. It's 3:15. Just same shit. Rain. Nothing else. I think I'll probably have a nap. I'll be back later. Keep you updated throughout the night. 4 o'clock, folks, and all's well. Same old shit. I'm going to end this video and go and put it together and edit it and put it up for you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me all day. It's been pretty boring. Thank the Lord, whoever's up there, if there's anybody watching over us, thanks for keeping us safe throughout this close call. I don't know if it was really a close call or not, but it sure gets you ready for what may be in store for hurricane season. Living in Florida, once again, rednecksgonewild.com.